Standards identified in these activities have been adopted from the content standards of the national organization for each discipline. More information on this can be found in the Technology as Facilitator of Quality Education model. The students in this 6th grade class are learning about statistics. They will use what they've learned about the concepts mean, median, and mode to compare their own basketball shooting percentages to those of professional basketball players. The teachers ask the students to discuss some of the things they already know about professional basketball. Then the multi-categorical resource teacher reads a book about basketball to the students and asks them questions about it. This learning activity integrates English Language Arts Standard Number 3, which requires students to apply a wide range of strategies to comprehend, interpret, and appreciate texts.
Tell me something about your basketball team, your player. Who do you like? Who do you follow? Who do you know something about? Barbara? Tell me something about a basketball team. A name of one of the basketball teams.
Allen Iverson is not playing basketball right now.
Who is that?
From 76ers.
Oh, and where are the 76ers from?
Philadelphia.
Oh. Andre.
Los Angeles Lakers, and they won 2 championships in a row.
76ers, Lakers. Who else has got one? Allie pivots on a dime. Throws to Cindy at the 3-point line. What's the significance of that? Why does Cindy need to be on the 3-point line?
Because if she makes it, then they'll be ahead by 1 point.
Because they're already behind by 2. Gotta be a 3-pointer.
Before the students start collecting data, the teacher reviews decimals, percents, and fractions. The instructor integrates Mathematics Standard Number 1, which requires that students develop an understanding of numbers and ways of representing numbers.
What 3 things represent the same number? You can write percentages as what 3 things? Brandy.
Fraction, percent, and decimal.
And what makes you decide whether you use the fraction, the percent, or the decimal? How do you know whether you use 50% or 0.463 or 1/2? Danielle.
What's easier?
Right. If we wanted to compare things, would we want to compare using 3/5, 4/7, and 29/100? Would we want to do that?
No.
Why not?
It's just too complicated.
It's way too complicated, isn't it? We'd have to find common denominators. It'd be a mess. So instead, we use either percents or decimals.
The students access the National Basketball Association's official website to find statistics on professional basketball teams. They will compare the shooting percentages of professional basketball players with their own percentages and their group's percentages. This learning activity integrates Information Literacy Standard Number 1, which requires students to access information efficiently and effectively, and Technology Performance Indicator Number 4 for grades 6 through 8, which requires students to use web tools to support learning and research.
51. Yeah.
Is it 51? Is it?
No, it's 52.
Is it 52?
Yeah.
How do you know? How come?
It's 5:45.
Adam, how come that's 52 and not 51?
Because it's 51. 51.5.
Yeah. So is it 51 or 52?
52. 2 goes up after 5.
You're correct. All right.
80% for his
52. Write it down. Field goal 52.
and free throws 80.
Wow. Is that the best so far? That 80?
86.
Oh, 86.
Earlier, the students shot 8 free throws and 8 field goals and kept track of the number of shots they made. They have to calculate their shooting percentages and the mean, median, and mode for their group. The teacher integrates Mathematics Standard Number 5, which requires students to develop an understanding of data analysis, statistics, and probability. The activity also integrates Technology Performance Indicator Number 4 for grades 6 through 8, which requires that students use content-specific tools such as calculators to support learning and research.
You guys have your mean, your median, and your mode.
So, okay.
How did you get 10%? I'm confused about that. Nobody else got 10%.
Ask her. She was like, because every shot means 10%, she said.
Okay, so what you're saying is each one of these is worth 10%.
Yeah.
So what if you would have made all 8 of them? How many percents would you have? 100.
No, wait, it got to go 15%.
Because?
Because 10% is only
80.
80. So
15% is what?
15. Oh wait. 15 times 8 equals 120. So you gotta go smaller than that.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta go 4. No, I'm gonna try 14. 14 times 112. So 12. It's 12. That's what it is. No, it's not.
Is the middle, right? You go least to greatest or greatest?
Take away the top and the bottom, and then do it again until you find the one in the middle.
There is no one in the middle for that one. Because they're all even numbers. Because all this is equal.
Okay, so where's your high number? 63, and low is 0. And then take away another 0 and a 50. So 13 and 38 are two middle numbers.
And think of a number in between it.
Yeah, how do you get the number that's exactly in between those two?
It's separate between. What's separating 25?
Why is the median
You can't put 25 in half though.
Yeah, but you have to do it
So
You got a round.
we're going around.
I have two numbers. I want to find the number right smack in the middle of those two numbers.
Something in the
Yes, you
12 and a
do.
half.
Yes.
12 and a half, what's that for?
No, 12 and a half plus 13.
Yes.
The students create a spreadsheet of their group's shooting percentages and a professional basketball team's shooting percentages. Then they use the spreadsheet to graph their data. This learning activity integrates Mathematics Standard Number 10, which requires that students use representations to model and interpret data.
These ones are the percent.
Yep, that's fine. And then look at your other axis. Do you need labels there?
No.
No, it already says Rockets. Corey, Jared, and Emily are already on there, so that's already labeled. So go next.
Oh, sweet, it's a mirror.
Yeah, chart 1, sheet 1's fine.
Okay, so there's a computer right there. You guys can start working on your graphs.
What do you think?
You would, so it'd be 29.17. So whatever you want to do is find.
Brennan, where's my field goal? Oh. And where's the Rockets field goal?
How do you do that?
Rockets are up
Grab that bullet in the bottom center. Grab that little square in the bottom center and pull it down a little ways. It just didn't have enough room for those other labels, so we had to make it a little bigger.
The students write letters to the professional basketball teams describing their project and their results. This activity integrates Mathematics Standard Number 8, which requires that students communicate their mathematical thinking to others. The teacher also addresses English Language Arts Standard Number 4, which requires that students adjust their use of spoken, written, and visual language to communicate effectively with a variety of audiences and for different purposes.
It's important for us to share the information that we collected with someone, so we can do something with those percentages, with that mean, median, and mode, and with those averages. So what we need to do is to write a letter to the pros explaining what we did, what we found, and maybe asking them some questions. How does your letter start? We are doing a project in school with your team. Our class went outside and shot 8 free throws and field goals. The percent of our shots were good, around 30 to 40% of 8. Then we did our group average. Okay, you need to tell how we did, you need to give information. The percent of our shots were good, around 30 to 40% of 8. You need to tell, up there it says reasons, detailed reason for doing each step. So right here, you need to write a detailed reason for how you got the percentage of 8.